In today's case, we will look at the mysterious death of a family of 4. The family traveled from Hamburg, Germany to Istanbul to take a short vacation, but they never returned back home to Germany. You can see how the Bochek family landed in Istanbul airport. Servert, the father, was 38 years old and he worked for a Hamburg airport. He was known to be kind and honest, and his wife, Chidem, was only 27 and they had 2 children together. Kadirem was 6 years old and he just had a big transition in his life. He just went from kindergarten to school. He was in school for a couple of months, but he will never return, as well as his sister Masal. She was only 3 years old. They landed in Istanbul on November 9th. They were planning to stay there for a week and later they will visit their extended family in Turkey. They were a warm, close family. They checked into hotel. This is a small 3-star hotel in Istanbul's Fatih district. And majority of tourists stay in this district because it's the historical heart of Istanbul. And so did Böcek family. But on November 11th, 2 days after they landed in Istanbul, they started to feel unwell. They walked the district, they ate street food, also the mussels and a grill lamb. They bought sweets from shops and pastries and coffee from a cafe, like a normal tourist do. You go around and you eat in a tourist spots. So first, they also thought maybe it's a food poisoning. So they went to the hospital and you can see the car ride to the hospital. I cut the taxi driver out of the picture, but you can still see the main atmosphere in taxi. To me, they look calm. The daughter is throwing up. The mom looks a little bit tired. At the end of the video, you cannot see the son, but he is watching out of the window. The information here is a bit conflicting. One source said that they went to the hospital and stayed there. The other said that the hospital sent them home to the hotel after they returned because the symptoms got worse. But in any case, on November 11th, they were in the hospital, and both of their kids, 3-year-old daughter Masal and 6 years old Kadirm, passed away shortly after arriving at the hospital, and their mom, Chidem, died the following day. It was shocking, and the panic grew. First, they suspected food poisoning. They arrested people from the food venues that the family ate the previous days, but after 2 more people from the same hotel started to getting signs of a food poisoning, quote unquote, the attention went back to the hotel.
Several food vendors were detained, but tests found no trace of contamination.
The other 2 tourists that stay in the hotel are from Morocco and Italy, and they are both in a hospital getting the help they need. Authorities evacuated and sealed off the hotel. They collected the water samples, the air samples, and bedding samples from the hotel. All these things are going to be investigated. The owner of the hotel said that they don't have food in the hotel, but they only have bottled water. It came out that shortly before the family arrived, they sprayed the hotel with pesticide spray, probably with the intention to get rid of bed bugs. One biologist expert said that hotels in this area often use dangerous illegal pesticide sprays. So there was speculation that maybe the spray entered the bathroom ventilators and this is how it reached the family. Part of the medical reports came back and the Turkish Forensic Institute is putting the responsibility on the hotel. The report from Turkish Forensic Institute is saying that the cause of the deaths is not food poisoning, but the chemicals that were used in a hotel. Most likely the chemical was illegal aluminum phosphide.
If aluminium phosphide combines with air, a biochemical reaction produces phosphine gas, and this phosphine gas is truly toxic. It's a derivative of a gas used as a chemical weapon.
This illegal substance may have been used by unlicensed workers who came and sprayed the hotel. Gas exposure to this substance is causing nausea, vomiting, collapse, and rapid respiratory failure. 11 people have been arrested so far. Some of them will be accused of negligent homicide. While all of this was happening, the father was still fighting for his life in a hospital, and I was thinking about him, that he will wake up and find out that his wife and both of children are gone. Unfortunately, on Monday, 17 November 2025, he also passed away. For now, the primary belief is that the family died from chemical poisoning. And we will need to wait and see if and when the justice for this negligent death will be received. That's it for today's case. What do you think happened? Do you feel it was the pesticide in hotel or the food poisoning? Let me know in the comments and we see each other in the next case.